Hello everyone, my name is Riley Worstel with your Excel VBA tutorial today. Today we want to make a little multiplication table. So we want it to look something like this. And that would be 2 times 2, so that would be 4. And then this one would be 3 times 2, so that would be 6. And we want this to go all the way up to, let's say 10 to make it simple here. And it would be all the way to 10 here. And then we would do, that would be 6 as well, and then that would be 4 times 2, so 8. You get the idea. So the key is we want to do this in Excel. So if you don't know already how to get to Visual Basic to program a VBA macro, you click the Developer tab and then Visual Basic, and then you would right click and then Insert and then Module, but I already have one set up here. So what we're going to do is we're going to use for loops to make this multiplication table. So we're going to say for A equals 1 to 10 and for B equals 1 to 10. We're going to do next B and then next A. Make sure here that you have your B's on the inner, or if you use X and Y's, you have your Y's on the inner and then your A's on the outside. And we could do this to 100, it doesn't matter. We're just going to do 10 because we want 10 spots across. And we're going to do active cell dot offset X comma Y, or A comma B, because that's our variables. And then close that off and do dot value is equal to, and we are going to set that equal to X times Y because it's a multiplication table. So if we see that run here, we're going to see a problem. We did X and Y there again. So A and B instead of X and Y. You can always go back and tell that there was a problem. And then we rerun that and we get our multiplication table. So we have 4 times 4 is 16, 5 times 3 is 15, all the way here. But as you can see, it didn't start at cell A1 like we wanted it to. So we're going to go ahead and delete this, and we want to make it start from cell A1. So we're going to pull this back up and say, we'll just make this easy and say A minus 1 and B minus 1. Right? And then we run that again. And it did it from the cell we were started on. So we actually have to have A1 clicked here. And if we really wanted to, we could come here and write that in the code just to make sure that we are on that cell. So if you see we clicked a different cell and we run this, we have our multiplication table where we want it to be at. And we have it 10 down and 10 across and multiplying everywhere. Now, my bad. Just to show you how this actually works, it's going to come here and it's going to say A equals 1. Now for A equals 1, B equals 1. And then we want to do active cell offset 1 minus 1, and 1 minus 1 is going to be 0, so that's going to be in our first cell. And then the value is going to be A times B, which is 1 times 1, so that's going to be 1. And then it's going to come down here and read next B. So what it's going to do is it's going to come up here and come back to the B equals 1, but now B equals 2 because the next B puts it to the next whole number, so B is equal to 2. But notice how we didn't go down to the next A, we went to the next B. So we don't go to the next A until we loop through all of the B values until 10. So now this one is going to be A is 1, so 1 minus 1 is 0. And B is 2, so it's going to be 0, 1. So that would be on cell 0, 1, and then the value would be 2. Okay, everybody, thank you.